Hey, what's going on, guys? Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to pump and soon to reach new high levels. In this video, I will explain why Ethereum might grow faster than Bitcoin. Then, Vitalik Butarin will explain why the price of ETH is so important. Cryptocurrency market is holding in these recent high levels and even slightly growing. If you look at the Bitcoin, it surpassed $11,000 pretty easily. We have seen a nice breakout after 3 months of sideways fluctuations. I see no reason why Bitcoin cannot grow even higher from here. In fact, when I was making my last video about Bitcoin, I was halfway through the video and Bitcoin was in $10,300. And then I was almost done with the video when Bitcoin went up to $10,800. And finally, when I was uploading the video, it went over 11,000 bucks. We will see what will happen today. Despite the pandemic, Bitcoin increased year to date by 55%, going from $7,200 in January 1st, 2020 to the current price of about 11,000 bucks. Second and most popular cryptocurrency, Ethereum, brought even higher returns in percentage-wise comparing to Bitcoin. Finally, we broke the $300 level. Last time ETH was over $300 a coin exactly 1 year ago in July 2019. Current price of one coin is over $322 as of the time of this recording. I won't be surprised if we see ETH in different price levels when this video goes live. When the virus started spreading across the United States back in March, ETH price dropped by 60% or so, and touched slightly over $100 a coin. Since then, it's more than triple. If you look at the year to date, in January 1st, 2020, one ETH coin was trading at around $130, and now it's over $322. That's around 150% price appreciation. Definitely outperforms Bitcoin and other asset classes for that matter, such as precious metals and even equities. If we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, we can see that ETH was fluctuating in the tunnel with the ranges between $100 and $300 a coin for more than a year. In 2019, we saw some sort of false breakout where ETH plunged back in those lower levels of the tunnel. But now hopefully breakout will be real, and perhaps we might see something like we saw in 2017 bull market when ETH really kicked in, and by the end of the bull market it reached over $1,400 a coin. That would be 14x ROI since the beginning of the May 2017 until December 2017. Now the question of the day, what do you guys think will happen first? Will Bitcoin reach new all-time high and surpasses $20,000 a coin, or ETH will surpass $1,000 a coin? It means that Bitcoin would have to less than double in price, while ETH would have to triple in price from here. Personally, I believe that ETH would reach $1,000 faster than BTC would reach new all-time high. And the main reason why is because generally high-quality altcoins are more volatile than Bitcoin, and in the bull market they have higher power to explode in price. Just like Bitcoin only gained 55% year to date, while Ethereum gained 150%. So if we are officially in the bull market, I think ETH has an advantage. But it does not mean that I will sell all my BTC for ETH. I also acknowledge that I could be wrong. Bitcoin is safer bet and I feel more comfortable with majority of my portfolio in Bitcoin rather than Ethereum. In the end of the day, my job as an investor is to make money, even if I make wrong decision. Another day, I was watching George Gammon interview with Preston Pysh, and he said that kinda shocked me. He said that I would rather lose money making the right decision than make money making wrong decision. Really, I was thinking to myself, you cannot be more wrong than that. Like seriously? If you want to focus on the right decision all the time, why don't you just go play checkers or something? Don't forget, investing is not about making right or wrong decisions. Investing is about making money. Going back to Ethereum, just recently Vitalik Butarin was talking about Ethereum price and why it is so important for Ethereum network. Let's take a look what he had to say.
One of the things that I gleaned is that the security of Ethereum 2.0 will be highly reliant on the stability and the value of the price. And historically, Ethereum has not been one of those crypto networks that has focused quite a bit on price, especially compared to some of the other coins. So I wondered if you thought that staking will usher in a new era in which Ethereum does focus on the price of ETH and on issues like monetary policy.
It's hard to kind of figure out like what concrete actions could reduce price volatility, for example, right? And if you look at Ethereum versus a lot of these other coins, like Ethereum's price volatility is not necessarily that high. Like it's statistically definitely higher than Bitcoin, but it's lower than a lot of these other smaller cryptocurrencies, and even the ones that say, rah rah, look, we have a fixed cap, and so you should trust us more. So, like, there's some aspects of kind of monetary properties of ETH asset that just can't be engineered no matter how hard you try. There are other aspects that you can look at, right? So, like, one of the big kind of discussions happening in the Ethereum community is this kind of fee market reform debate around the EIP 1559, where basically it's this kind of very significant proposed reform to how transaction fees work that basically says that instead of having a fixed block size and the kind of transaction fees constantly jumping around, you would have kind of very short-term variable block sizes, and the transaction fee would be kind of stabilized more, and it would not move much between one block to the other. And there's a lot of reasons why this would improve economic efficiency, but one of the other things that it does is it basically means that some portion of coins and transaction fees get burned, which of course means that it reduces issuance, and potentially, like, if there's enough transaction fees, it could even give ETH negative issuance, right? So if you even look at like the transaction fees on the Ethereum network the last 2 weeks, it's been somewhere between 2,000 and 5,000 Ether per day. And if you kind of expand that out to per year, then it's looking like, well, 700,000 to like 1.7 million Ether a year, which is higher than the proof of stake issuance that we're expecting, right? So it's actually, negative issuance is not even far outside the realm of possibility for Ethereum. And there's a lot of people kind of in the Ethereum community that are like excited about this and that kind of actively want us to start talking about monetary policy, taking monetary policy seriously, and all of these things. And which is interesting, and it's also kind of a sign of the project's decentralization in some ways. Like that kind of push towards taking ETH's monetary properties more seriously was definitely not an Ethereum Foundation thing, right? Like it was just these community members that just like stood up and said, hey, we have ETH and ETH is an asset, and you should care more about ETH the asset, and they're kind of not talk as though the price doesn't matter, because the reality is that if the price goes down by 90%, then like we go bankrupt, and realistically the platform security goes down and the platform breaks. And that would be true in proof of work or proof of stake, right? Like in proof of work, if the price of ETH drops by a factor of 10, then suddenly the Ethereum proof of work miners would have to go and compete with Ethereum Classic and Dogecoin and all these other coins. And like when a coin stops being the dominant coin within its kind of class of proof of work hardware, then it becomes much easier for miners to come in from the outside and attack it. And so really price has always been a blockchain security concern. It's just people are kind of more willing to talk about it honestly now than in the past. Mm-hmm. No, I definitely think price is important for security, and it's important for a lot of things. I mean, I think maybe one kind of difference in emphasis is that, like, if you have ETH and you're interested in, like, basically ETH as a kind of get rich asset, then you care about, the probability that it goes up to 10,000. But if you care about the value of ETH for network security purposes, or even for making sure the ecosystem continues to have funding, or for just like plain old kind of stability to ensure the utility of ETH, then the thing you care more about is the price of ETH not dropping to zero. those are two kind of somewhat different kinds of caring about the price, right? Like one focuses more on, maximizing the upside, and the other focuses more on just minimizing downside risk. So, I mean, I think there is definitely a kind of convergence of goals there between, people who hold ETH because they want it to go up, and people who realize that ETH having value is necessary for security, but there is also kind of this other divergence as well. But I mean, in practice, I don't think it ends up causing that much of a disagreement. And I mean, this has definitely also been another one of the kind of big debates for us. Like, on the one hand, we recognize that there's kind of meme value in having a cap, and there's the value in being able to say, the price will, or the market cap, the token supply will never go above 150 billion. We're going to go not one step backward from here. And even going out and saying crazy things like, if the Ethereum protocol ever changes so there's more than 150 million Ether, then it is no longer Ethereum. Like these things that like coin supply maximalists say, which are kind of obviously false, but kind of motivational at the same time. And our posture has always been to kind of not go in that direction. Basically, our kind of line is that like ultimately there's a trade-off between stability of the coin supply and stability of the security level of the blockchain. And ultimately, Ethereum isn't a coin first; it's a worldwide decentralized technology platform first. And so stability of the security level is more important than stability of the coin supply. I mean, at the same time, like we definitely kind of recognize what we're missing out on by taking that path. So I don't know. I mean, it's a difficult question. I think like the community's views and like my own and a lot of people's views are definitely still kind of in flux on this.
I agreed with Vitalik that ETH volatility was not as high for the past 1 year comparing to other altcoins, but of course it's higher than Bitcoin itself. In fact, if you look at this chart that shows ETH denomination in BTC, since 2019 price was more or less stable. Currently, 1 ETH is only 3% of Bitcoin. In late 2017, 1 ETH was as high as 12% of single Bitcoin. So if ETH will grow faster than Bitcoin, then the ratio will increase and ETH will eat some market shares from Bitcoin just like it did back in 2017. Also, Vitalik mentioned that the price is important for the network security. He said that if you had ETH, you have financial incentive to see ETH going to $10,000. But if you have ETH for the network and security purposes, you're interested to see ETH not dropping to $0. Another thing I wanted to mention that ETH turned 5 years old. Happy birthday, Ethereum! Just recently, more than 3.1 million daily contract calls had gone through July 25th and all-time highs. A contract call is where the users request specific function from the smart contract that, unlike transactions, does not publish anything on the blockchain, sort of like a dry run. The activity on Ethereum, now 5 years old, came primarily from decentralized finance, which has more than quadrupled in size to $4 billion in total value locked year to date. Also, addition to that, majority of companies such as TD Ameritrade and Microsoft are building on Ethereum network, and the number of companies continue to grow, which essentially this could be another potential catalyst to boost Ethereum price. Let me know what do you guys think about ETH and its price, and why the price for Ethereum is important. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't.